This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? Mine eye shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 10, is that I came across actually the footage on social media of an ICE agent, all right, kneeling on a pregnant woman, as well as dragging her, okay, across the street, okay, and it reminded me of Micah chapter 7, verse 10, because, hey, we're in these times where you women, okay, are going to be judged that didn't want to serve the Lord, that didn't want to take heed to the prophets, okay? And this is nothing. This is foreshadowing of what's to come, okay? Now, I'm going to play this footage, all right? Because, hey, this is reality. This is what we hear the prophets of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, been warning and telling our people on the highways and byways, okay, which I'm going to bring out back to the milk scriptures, man. The milk scriptures is necessary more now than ever, okay? Because we're in these times, man, all right? The Lord had our apostle elders, all right, for decades warning you of these events to come, all right? How Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, is going to come down with great wrath because he knoweth that he has a short time, all right? And again, all right, me, I understand Esau's war tactics, all right? And I tell brothers this all the time in GMS Miami, all right? They just don't allow these footages to be put on social media unless they want a reaction, okay? They could have easily hid this footage. No, they wanted this footage to go viral, okay? Because they want you, Jakes, all right, to crash out, for lack of better words. They want you to get violent. They want you to get uncivil. So it gives Donald Trump the power to use the military, the quick reaction force, all right? This is why they're doing it, all right? So that the real cleansing can begin, because this is nothing, all right? And if this is making you squirmish, all right, good. If this is making you fearful, good, all right? If this is getting you upset, good, all right? Lord willing, this pushes you to serve the Lord and repent, all right? Because it's only going to get worse. Let's play this video. And this happened in Minneapolis, okay? Minnesota, I believe. Yep. This happened in Minnesota. Let me see the other article. I think this was in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yep, ICE agents, because what is ICE being used? To round up the tribes, all right? That came into this country illegally, all right? And this is, and again, all right, this is all being done, all right, to get you Jakes riled up, all right? But if you look at things spiritually, this is judgment, all right? And you women are not exempt, all right? And that's why I brought up Micah chapter 7, verse 10. You women are not exempt from the Lord's judgment. At the end of the day, this is judgment, all right? The Lord is killing two birds with one stone, all right? He's judging you, Jakes, by using the wicked, which is his sword, all right? And ultimately going to judge the wicked, all right, for forcing the like the scriptures say, forcing the hold on. It's Zechariah 1 and 15. Forwarding the affliction. That's it. Zechariah chapter 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped for the affliction. NLT version. But I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security. I was only a little angry with my people, but the nations inflicted harm on them far beyond my intentions. You see that? All right, so that's how the Lord's killing two birds with one stone. Using Esau as the sword, all right, to judge you wicked Jakes, but ultimately judge Esau for forwarding the affliction, all right? All right, because at the end of the day, these Edomites touched the apple of the Lord's eye, all right? But back to the point, all right, of this lesson. It's only going to get worse, all right? And you women are not exempt. Let's go back. Let's play this again, all right? Let's play this again. And this is a big man. He's got to be weighs at least 200 pounds, 210, and he's got his knee on a pregnant woman's back while she's face down. All right? Okay? So we're in these times. All right? We are in these times, but we've been warned you that this was coming. Proverbs, and this is why back to the basics, the milk scriptures. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. Right. We, the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, mainly had great millstone because we were the only ones talking about how this devil's coming down with great wrath. All right. Because he knows he has a short time. Esau's coming with his draconian laws. Right. Oh, we got to get Revelation. Revelation chapter 13. Verse 11, right? And what does it say right here? And I beheld another beast. This is talking about America, Babylon the Great, coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb, right? All right. Didn't Donald Trump say, if you vote for me, okay, it's going to be better for you, all right? Things are going to get better in America. America is going to be at its greatest, all right? And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, you took those words hook, line, and sinker. All right? But ever since Trump came into office, what has he been doing? And he spake as a dragon, right? He's been conducting nothing but draconian measures on you Jakes. All right? All the tribes are catching hell now. All right? So, again, we told you not to trust us. That we told you, all right, on the streets, that's where you're going to find wisdom, that this devil, all right, is not to be trusted. But you didn't take heed, all right? Especially you women, all right? You women, all right? You trusted the so-called white man, all right? You thought the so-called white man was going to take care of you forever. But nah, he's done with y'all, okay? The psyop is no longer needed. He basically used you, all right? He had his way with you and he used you. Now he doesn't need you, all right? And more you women are going to end up like this, pregnant, whether you're pregnant or not, okay? Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates in the city. She uttered her words, saying, right, that's why we were on the highways and byways for many years. Again, our apostle elders, for decades, telling you what's about to happen, prophesying. Because what does prophesy mean? To say before. Okay? 22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scornings, and fools hate knowledge? Right. Because you hate knowledge. Because we weren't, not only were we excuse me, let me say this the right way. Not only were we bringing out the scriptures showing you that the so-called white man is the devil, all right, but we're also bringing back to your remembrance all the wicked things he's done to our people, all right, since we got over here to the Americas, okay, since the inception of America, right? Even prior to that, when we knew we were Israelites, when they were calling themselves Romans, all right? Again, and when I say so-called white people, I'm talking about the Edomites, all right? The Edomites are the so-called white people. And we brought out the receipts of this devil. Past, present, future. But you didn't want to hear. You rejected it. Okay? That's especially you women. Again. All right? A lot of you women disrespectful to the prophets on the highways and byways. A lot of you women did some grimy things to your husband that was in the truth. Yeah, you're gonna get it too, okay? Because you hate knowledge. You didn't want to take heed. You men, okay? You're not exempt either. All right, and this goes to show you if Esau can drag, again, back to what again. This is a psyop. Esau's showing you, I don't give a fuck about your women anymore. Okay, I don't give a fuck about you. All right, I don't give a fuck about your women. I don't give a fuck about your children. That's what Esau's doing. Okay, what you gonna do about it? All right, he's calling your bluff. He's like, what you gonna do about it? All right. And that's why he's letting this go viral. He wants you to get violent so that he has the reasoning, all right, to open fire, okay, and really bring the carnage that he ultimately wants, all right? He has to depopulate, all right, the tribes. That's his agenda, depopulation. That's in the book, Behold the Pale Horse. Some of y'all jakes, remember that book? The Behold the Pale Horse. All right? But you know what? Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe you fucking forgot. Hold up. Because this ain't a game. It never was. All right? Let me find the page. What is it? Bear with me one moment. I got the book in my hand. But I want to get Yep, page 214. Let's see if I can find it. Beheld. Let me show you something here. Hold up. All right. Behold a Pale Horse, page 214. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this up. Come on, give it to me. Okay. Now let's do this. Command C. Or is it oh, here we go. 214. There it is. Here it is. This is from the chapter Secret Government. It was decided, man, we got to blow this up, okay? Because you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, you've been playing games for too damn long, and the Lord sees it. That's why he's gonna allow this devil to have his way with you if you're not party elect. This is from the again, Behold the Pale Horse, Secret Government, page 214. Okay, and by the way, they killed William Cooper, all right, because he was exposing all the secrets of the secret societies, the Illuminati. This is where, the hip hop industry, from Prodigy and Jay-Z, with the whole Illuminati. I think it was Prodigy that came out with the song Illuminati has my soul in my body. Secret society trying to keep their eye on me. All right. I believe that was Prodigy, right? Where did they get this from? From this book. Even Nas mentioned Bill Cooper in one of his albums. I forgot what it was, but he mentioned Bill Cooper. But the point is, you Jakes heard about this, but we got to bring back to remembrance. It was decided by the elite. Who are the elite? Those that are above the law. Those that can commit crimes and never go to prison, right? Those that are on the Jeffrey Epstein files, that what's happening with that, right? That never go to prison, that they're above the law, that since the population must be reduced and controlled, it will be in the best interest of human race to rid ourselves of the undesirable elements of our society. Specific targeted populations included blacks, Hispanics, and homosexuals. This is why when it comes to the LGBTQT, all right, who's the face of it? All right, these tribes, even though it's the Edomites, the so-called white man who's heavily involved in this fucking practice. All right, starting with the elites. All right, these politicians are all into this. All right, they're all into this weirdo activity. Okay, those that are on the Epstein list. But there you go. So we brought this out. Apostle Elders brought this out. Okay, all right, because this book came out in the 90s. It was published. When was this book published? Okay, and again, this is just painting a color on the scriptures. The scriptures been said that this man is the devil. Okay? But let's go to page 1. Let's go to the copyright. Yep. Revelation 6 and 8. You already know. Okay? This applies to over here, the Western Hemisphere. All right? Where it talks about the fourth part of the earth. Right? And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. Right, it's talking about the Western Hemisphere, what they call the New World, to kill with sword and with hunger and with the beasts of the earth. Okay, but where's the copyright at? I guess they didn't put it in here. No biggie. I have the book. I mean, you can look it up for yourself. All right. Copyright 1991. All right. And this truth has been out, all right, since the late 60s, early 70s. Okay. But again, you hate knowledge. You don't want to know the truth. You rejected the truth, right? Wait, hold on. Let's get Hosea. Hosea, back to the basics. Milk scriptures. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, right? You rejected it. Okay? I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children, right? And this is a good example. All right, pregnant woman, that baby might not make it. All right, it may be a miscarriage because of all this. All right, I wouldn't be surprised. Get off. Please let her go. She's pregnant. Get her off of her effing stomach. In response to this, one agent fired a taser into the crowd. Who wants more? He taunted, according to the WCCO. There must be a local news agency. Yeah, man, we're in these times. So the Lord's going to reject you, wicked jakes that didn't want to, all right, serve the Lord. The Lord's, especially you women, okay? You wicked women, all right? And that's how we know Isaiah 4:1 is coming. This is more confirmation. And then we've been, especially in Great Millstone, to the Spirit Power Yahweh Shemel Shai, we've been talking about Isaiah 4:1. Okay? All right? It's becoming more and more talked about, because this is coming. Isaiah 4:1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Why is that? All right? Out of fear. Okay? Needing protection. And this ain't just any ordinary man. This is a man of the Lord, an Israelite man. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right. Okay. And in NLT it says, in that day, so few men will be left and 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. Right. Marry meaning sex. Okay. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. Okay. This is coming. Okay. And we're clearly seeing, all right, the beginning stages of why it's coming. All right. Because a lot of women now are seeing this are like, holy shit. I'm gonna need a man to protect me. Okay, let's watch it again. All right. This is from Yahoo footage. Check it out. Look at that. They don't give a fuck. Pushing the woman back the fuck out of the way. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know. And these are Jakes too. That's how wicked it is. All right. These ICE agents look like Jakes. All right. Goes to show you how fucked up in the head our people are. Okay? That are in these so-called police institutions. Because what ICE is just another division to police the people. Okay? That's all it is. Policing the people. But look at that. Our people are fucking gone, man. But you got a lot of a lot of our people that want to stay here. They want to stay here and thug it out. You know, ridiculous. They don't want to get up out of here. It's okay. Hey, we're just waiting for that RFID chip, the mark of the beast, and it's coming. All right, it's coming. Because once it comes, that confirms we're out of here, man. The destruction comes right after. Look at that. You see the taser? Yeah. When I was in the military, we had tasers. And he has it active. You see it shining? You see it shining? All right? Yeah. They out there. They don't give a damn. They got the taser. All right? I wonder if he tased that pregnant woman. Yo, they don't give a fuck. But yeah, finish this off. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit onto you. I will make known my words unto you. Right. And the way the Lord is pouring his spirit onto his peoples by using his prophets. Okay. All right. The prophets are the ones being used. All right. To make known the Lord's words. But our people, they look at us. Well, who the fuck are you? You know, they see so-called black Hispanic men on the streets and they look down at us. All right? Oh, you bums, get a job, which we have jobs. How else are we able to put these lessons up? You fucking idiots. Anyway, you know, the stupid shit that the bulk of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans say, the scoffing is so fucking stupid. It's like low-level thinking, man. And Esau, you know, he loves to see you that you don't have a brain, man. He loves it. You know, you got fucking pseudo-Hebrew Israelites saying that the devil, all right, can be saved. That's how stupid our people are, the bulk of them. Even those that know that the Israelites, talking about, oh, Edomites can be saved. And using the mixed multitude, all right, to try to justify, which they don't even know that historical event. The mixed multitude was encouraging Israelites to, all right, to go off by wanting to go back to Egypt, all right? In fact, I got it because I wanted to do a lesson, but you know, lesson within lessons. I said right here, why did God, I just typed it real quickly, it's supposed to be a capital G. Why did the Most High judge the mixed multitude after they left Egypt? In the biblical account, the Most High's judging the mixed multitude following Exodus primarily a response of their incitement of rebellion and unfaithfulness among the Israelites. This group composed of non-Israelites such as Egyptians and other foreigners who left Egypt with the Hebrews, is often credited in scripture with leading the congregation into spiritual and moral failure. Then the Google AI gives you the account. See, this is why you Genesis clowns are going to be judged so harshly. You clearly sold out. The Google AI breaks it down the correct way. Instigating murmuring and lust. This is what the mixed multitude were doing. In Numbers 11:4, the mixed multitude is identified as a group that first yielded to intense craving for the meat and delicacies of Egypt. Their loud complaints, meaning they were bitching, all right, because they're heathens, influenced the Israelites to weep and reject the man of God, the Most High provided, leading to a divine plague. That's the reason why, okay? The Lord had to judge wicked Israelites and the mixed multitude because of what the mixed multitude, all right, first started, all right? Because they're heathens. They lack faith. They lack patience, all right? They weren't given the wisdom and understanding of the scriptures. And then you Jakes, all right, because the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, okay, you went and followed along, all right? Always trying to please your enemies. Always trying to, the scriptures talk about that. What's it called? Many lovers. Yep. Let me get that. Many lovers. Jeremiah 3:1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him and become another man, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Right. And America's a good example of it being polluted because of adultery. Okay? Physical and spiritual. But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Right. And that's the thing. You played a harlot with many lovers. Always try to please these heathens. And the Lord's still telling you, and the Lord's showing so much mercy, yo, come back to me. All right? But you don't. All right? You're always trying to please these heathens. Since we got out of Egypt. That's why the Lord's going to kill 2/3 of our people. Because he's had enough of the bullshit. Okay? (24) Because I've called, and you, so back to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24. Because I've called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right, you refused the words of the Lord. You refused to take heed to the prophets. All right? You want to trust in the shadow of Egypt. I got it on deck because I wanted to bring this out too. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children. Right, meaning, what does rebellion mean? Meaning being at war. Okay, going to war against your power. Like Genesis, by you teaching that wicked doctrine that heathens can be saved, you're going to war against the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? And you will be judged accordingly. Okay? Saith the Lord, take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right? And that's what our people have been doing. All right? Adding sin to sin. 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right. Okay? We've been told you numerous times that, hey man, this devil Esau Edom, all right? He's the modern day Pharaoh. Okay? Don't trust this devil. Okay? Don't, all right? This so-called white man who's the modern day Pharaoh, Esau Edom, don't trust him. Okay? Don't put your trust in this place. He's gonna F you over. But nope. You are like, no, all right. You're in a cult. All right, especially women. All right. You ain't about nothing. All you know how to do is just complain on the streets. All right, get a job. Okay. 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And boom. Clearly, these people are confused. All right, guarantee. all right, this individual here was supporting Trump, all right, before Trump did a 180 and showed his horns, all right, guarantee, okay, all right. You know, she probably sing the song vote for Donald Trump that the so-called Cubans were singing down here before I started getting them. Okay, all right. The vote for Donald Trump. I remember that. You know, you had a lot of Northern Kingdom praising Donald Trump. Okay, and then now look. Oh man. Hey, the Lord is cold, man. This is to your confusion. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 25. But ye have said at not at all my counsel, and would not of my reproof. 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Back to the basics. All right? We are not shedding a tear. In fact, we are laughing about this. Okay? Because we've been said this was coming. All right? We had great millstone through the spirit power Yahweh Shem Shai. We've been said that this devil was coming down with great wrath, and because he knows that he has a short time. Don't trust this devil. Okay? And we said that, hey, all right, we're going to laugh at y'all. Okay? At your calamity. Because the Lord, who's the Lord going to use to laugh at your calamity? Us, the prophets. Now we're in a mocking phase. Do you know what mocking is? Okay? Mocking. Let's get some Hebrew. All right? Let's get some Hebrew. Mock. The Hebrew word for mock, this is Allah. All right? This is I. All right? And this is a ga, la'aig, which means to mock, deride, ridicule, to stammer, right? With stammering lips, we will speak to to these people. Speak with sudden, involuntary pauses and a tendency to repeat the initial letters of a word. Stutter. Yes, hey, I do that a lot. Stammering. Maybe this is the better way. Okay? With the stammer. Stumble or no. Well, yeah, you know, that's true too. I know sometimes I will repeat things over and stutter, but let me get the stammering lips, because all right, that's what reminds me. But what this reminds me. Let's go to and of course we're ridiculing Yah too. All right, but let's get that scripture. Stammering lips. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. Right. Okay. Now when you go to the word stammering, mocking, mocker. Okay. There you go. Mock, scorn, laugh, having derision, laugh to scorn, stammering. There you go. Okay. That's what I was looking for. All right. And so we're in these times. All right. Because again, we warned y'all, all right? And you didn't take heed. Now it's time to laugh at your calamity. And I will mock when your fear cometh. 27, when your fear cometh, that's desolation, and your destruction cometh, that's a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Right, and this is just to be, this is nothing. This is lightweight, man. Wait till Esau, all right, brings in that military. With the reasoning why he has to bring in the military. All right, because you Jakes are crashing out. And again, this economy is about to crash. And this is why they're setting it up. They know there's going to be a lot of people out of work. They know there's going to be a lot of people out of food, not able to buy food. And so they got to now drop the hammer. Okay? And this is going to lead to the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. So, yeah, that too. Okay? All right? So, two more. 28. Then shall they call upon me. Right. when they're put in straits, this is when Jake gonna get religion. But it's gonna be too late. But I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. I want to see what it says in the NLT version. I'm curious. When they cry for help, I will not answer. Though they anxiously search for me, they will not find me. Right. When the famine of the word. When you Jake's want to try to find the prophets. Okay, that's pursuant to Amos. All right. What is it? Amos 8 and 9. Amos 8 and 11, excuse me. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, which is coming, but of hearing the words of the Lord. There you go. That's how you're not going to be able to find the Lord. All right? You're not going to be able to find the prophets. 12, they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Right? Because, again, when Esau truly opens up, okay, and he's killing, all right, men, women, and children here in the streets of Babylon, all right, like right here, like you see how let's see, let's get to the dragging. No, let's get the other one. All right, let's get the dragging. Okay, when they start laying you jakes out in the streets openly, we're not going to be teaching. No. The Lord's going to remove us from the streets. All right, because the prophecy is being fulfilled. All right, he's coming as a madman, sparing none. That's what it says. Okay, we're not going to be teaching while this is all hell's breaking loose and Esau's opening fire and depopulating, as it says, okay, in the scriptures and as it says in the book of Behold the Pale Horse. So again, this makes sense, but they shall not find me. Right. 29. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Right. That again, back to hating knowledge. 30. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproofs. 31. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Yup. I'll finish it off. 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Yup. I gotta get the bag. You gotta get, what are you doing? You need to get generational wealth. Are you not literally seeing what the fuck is going on in this country? Okay? We gotta build a community. You pseudo-Hebrew Israelites, we need to get land and build a community. Are you not fucking seeing what's going on? This is why the Lord's gonna kill a lot of you, all right, pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. You fake, okay, sellout, okay, apostasy, okay? Pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. This is the year 2026, all right? The year of apostasy and agents and sellouts. And the Lord's going to deal with y'all as such. 33, but whoso hearketh unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from the fear of the Lord. Right, NLT version. But all who listen to me will live in peace, untroubled by fear of harm. Exactly, because the angels are going to be, all right, protecting, all right, the Lord's elect, okay? And you have to be an Israelite in order to have an angel to protect you, okay? You must be an Israelite, born an Israelite, okay? You must have the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in your veins, okay? So with that, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Wakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. So stay prayed up. All right? The Lord is moving, all right? He's allowing this devil, all right, to move quickly because he knows he has a short time, all right? We're almost out of here, and this is a sign that we're almost out of here. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. When you pray that your head covered, and keep doing what you're doing. You know this doesn't apply to you if you're doing the right thing, all right? All right, this shouldn't bother you. You know that this is what the prophecies speak of when it talks about that unbelieving woman. She shall be trodden down as the mire in the streets. Okay, and this is a great example. This is a foreshadowing of of what's to come to the bulk of our women. This is just the beginning. So stay locked in. With that, shalom.